From a distance, wine country and everyone in it looks laid back, easygoing. But there's a hustle and bustle to growing great grapes and producing premier wine, and at no time is it more apparent than during harvest. When the cell phones are ringing,
23.
Crews are picking.
I think they're getting there.
And a guessing game of beat the clock and beat the weather is underway. In the middle of it all is Santa Barbara County grower and winery co-owner Louis Lucas. Shaped by nearly 4 decades of experience, he's a calm in the vineyard storm.
If you don't have patience at harvest, I mean, you've been going 8 or 9 months with these grapes, and it's not time to jump into something real quickly. So testing and patience, and then, of course, then I always have the fear of weather. That weather will sneak up on you, and so you live with that fear. That you know, you grow the perfect grape and it gets dumped on. Problem. This morning it was clear. Yesterday it was foggy, so things were damp, and we were worried about dampness on everything. This morning we're worried about getting hot too soon, or we have to adjust. It's constant adjustment. Like predicting the weather. We know it's going to be hot tomorrow, so we started running some water yesterday. Like I told you this morning, I was worried about the deer because they've been eating some Syrah on the hillside. And then the gophers this year are just abundant. So I got some young vines. They've killed 2 young vines over here. And then the birds are circling. Meanwhile, I'm trying to pick grapes and do a few other things. We grow 25 varieties on 400 acres. And like I was telling you, my mind right now is on next Thursday.
It's enough to make your head spin if you're new at this, but Louis isn't. He's a walking textbook, but with a twinkle in his eye, an attention to detail, and a dry sense of humor. His life is a lesson in what makes wine country so intriguing.
This is your 30 plus?
37th harvest in Santa Barbara County. First one is 1972, Santa Maria. They're all different. They have a lot of things about them that are the same, but every day is not the same.
What doesn't change is how he starts his day.
Yeah, I start every day in the vineyard. I live, as you can see right here on the vineyard, the Valley View Vineyard. We have 46 acres here, about 40 acres of grapes, about 50,000 vines. Valley View was a vineyard that was developed almost 40 years ago here. It was one of the first vineyards in the San Ynez Valley. George Ott was the owner. And Royce and I purchased this vineyard about 12 years ago.
Louis was one of the first commercial grape growers in Santa Barbara and San Luis Obispo counties. In 1996, he and retired judge Royce Lewellen formed Lucas and Lewellen Vineyards, producing great fruit for other wineries and lovely wines under their own label.
Starting at the bottom, it's Cabernet. As you get by that big tree on the right, it switches to Cabernet, Petit Verdot, and Syrah. And then when you hit the light green section across from the reservoir there, that's Viognier. And then you go to dark green, and that's Malbec. And then you go to where you're seeing the green netting, and on up the hill is primarily Sauvignon Blanc. We'll take grape samples today. We take them to the winery.
They're not breaking down?
Megan pulls out a bunch. She takes a look at it, sees what she thinks, the color, the seeds, the stem, on all the things that you want to look at. And then we do a sugar acid pH, and then we talk.
It's about the only time he slows down to analyze and talk it over.
I put on about 40,000 miles a year on my pickup, and I don't go anywhere. Just round in circles. When I had the ranch in Paso Robles, I told people recently that I knew every off-ramp that had a payphone. Go with what you think is best for today, and then we'll regroup for tomorrow.
Communication is essential. Winemakers have a need to know, and Louis knows what they need. They don't call him the Dirtman for nothing.
If I don't give them the right paint and canvas, they can't make the wine. In 76 and 77, I went to Europe 2 summers. And my goal was to study the 27 best vineyards in the world, which I did. And I took soil tests and patio tests, and it was great. We're in the ballpark. We really are. I think that Santa Barbara County has the diversity of climates, but really good conditions.
Even good conditions can be better. There's trellising and protection from the sun.
I don't like removing too many basal leaves. I think they have a function. So denuding the vine is not the answer for light.
And then there's the inevitable shot of heat to deal with.
And so we ran for 20 hours from 4 o'clock in the afternoon to noon the following day. And the most interesting thing about it was that I came out here at 2 o'clock, 2 hours after. It was 102, and I could not find a speck of moisture in the canopy or on the fruit. So what we did, and as you can see, the vines look great. They needed the air. It was a timely irrigation. One of the coolest years in my 38 years, one of the coolest years till about 2 weeks ago. And then we had that hot spike. And we made it through it okay, though. I'm pleased.
Would you have ever done anything different looking back on your life?
You know, I was fortunate. My father was a grape grower, and my grandfather was a grape grower, and my ancestors grew grapes. And so I was exposed to it at an early age, and I always thought, you know, when I was a kid, with my brother and I used to pretend we were grape growers. And so it was something that, even though I went on to school and did you know, a few other things, always in the back of my mind, I wanted to be a grape grower.
Do you anticipate doing this
Forever. Yes. Yes.
Really?
Yes. There's no retirement in this business. It takes a lifetime to learn. So now is not the time to waste it.